You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah, like if you drive to like a really rural like piece of land and you hear a knock on your back window of like your vehicle, don't drive faster, don't look around.
Yeah, don't like acknowledge it.
Yeah, don't acknowledge it.
What?
Yeah, if someone got on his hind legs and started running like a
Oh my
human,
gosh.
oh my god, dude.
I think I would just freeze in fear. And that's probably the same thing with Sasquatch and Bigfoot. Just
Wrong.
Oh.
Bigfoot lives on the opposite side of the moon. Everybody knows this.
Welcome back to I Wonder. This is episode 27. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're talking about mythical creatures.
Wednesday. I know what you
But
mean. I know what you mean.
Gosh.
Ah. Did you send
Like
me an
and
email?
subscribe. We're on Google Podcast now. I know I have my notes.
And Apple Podcast.
Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, and a bunch of other small ones that I forgot the names of, but doesn't matter because those are the big ones. And you should like and subscribe and rate us and all that. But today we're talking about weird mythical creatures. I have a list of weird mythical creatures that actually exist. Maggie has her own notes about what?
Pretty much the same thing.
That actually exist. They're real?
I believe most of them
You-
exist.
Okay.
Wait, we're talking about mythological creatures that exist.
Yes, like creatures told in folklore and some religious aspects that aren't.
Do you believe they actually
I
exist?
don't. I have a whole list
Please
of.
tell me you don't have the megalodon.
No, I do not have the megalodon.
Okay.
That's
But
not a
that's not a
mythological
mythical creature. That is a real creature. Okay, because it's not in any myth or folklore. That one actually.
I don't have any list, and I am just here for the ride.
When we're talking about mythical creatures, we're talking about ancient civilizations that saw something, and like before we could like have like data, like the picture of the megalodon tooth, that does not really count as a mythological creature because we know we saw the tooth. There had to have been one megalodon sometime in the past. Peyton has no idea what we're talking about today. He just wants to talk about flat Earth, but we're not getting there yet.
I do want to talk about flat Earth.
That's next week, maybe.
Hopefully.
If you're watching this and you think the Earth is flat, please come on the podcast and debate Peyton.
Yes, dude, that'd be so awesome if I could debate somebody. Well, I don't want to like humiliate you, but if you are willing to put your opinion on the line against every scientist on Earth and me.
and Peyton.
I
and
bet you
me.
could find multiple at South Asian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
there should be like a club,
the
the Flat Lions.
There's
or
a
something.
lot of
Ew.
stupid people at Southeastern that I have to just.
Does the cameras look good? I feel like they're wobbly.
Yeah.
Okay, they're
They-
going.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm shaking my leg. I'll stop. Okay, yeah. So you wanted to, what was your notes about? Your mythical creatures. I think you did sea creatures, right?
most of them are sea creatures, yeah.
Okay.
Nessie.
The sea creature. Yeah. So mythological creatures that ranges from anything like mermaids, vampires, unicorns. Those count as mythical creatures
Okay.
because they're like folklore.
I know what mythical creatures are.
I'm just explaining it for everybody.
Oh, okay.
She made a
okay.
weird face when I said vampire. It is.
Well,
I mean, that's not mythical.
Because
I count it. I'll count it.
Yeah, I don't know. When I think of mythological, I just think like old Greek things and like cultural wise type stuff. Dracula isn't really
Yeah.
mythological.
I would say he's a creature that like there are some like history about, but I wouldn't say it's
I'll
real.
count it.
Okay, a lot of mythical creatures get like they see a real creature that actually exist. Like I'll just do this one for example, a manatee, and they'll think, oh, it's a mermaid. Like they'll see a bear, oh, that's a Yeti. Like, you know, people exaggerate
Yeah.
their stories,
Mhm.
especially back in the day when they were like old sailors, like Christopher Columbus. He claimed he saw a mermaid. But old sailors, I feel like people that went like sailed back in the day across the Atlantic or whatever, they're like old men that like to exaggerate their lives,
Mhm.
like brag about what they did. So they're like, one time, dude, I saw this like Kraken that like took down this like ship and like did a whirlpool.
Did a
That-
whirlpool?
I feel like that's what happened. That's why there's all these stories about Krakens and sea serpents exist because they see it's a squid. Oh, dude, I'm
They're
gonna tell my family.
quacking.
I'm gonna tell my family how big this thing was.
Hey,
So,
when I
some of
get
them
back in-
huge. 7 feet to like, what was it? I think 58 feet.
Go ahead, tell your list. I'm on a roll now. I like
You
this.
want me to do all of it in one go, or do you want to take turns saying it? Because we have some of the same
I'm
stuff.
looking
We'll
at,
take turns.
I'm looking at your sheet right now, and is that like a full page, like paragraphs?
But
It's just little things.
Okay.
Peyton, look at this.
He
Oh, we're gonna be
types out
going for a
lot.
while. Okay, I tapped the 30-minute button about 2 minutes into this,
Okay.
so we'll try not to go over 30 minutes.
Yeah, I want. This one's gonna be a little bit longer one.
This is definitely gonna be a longer one.
Do you want to
Maggie.
start off with the ones we actually have together? Or
Yeah, you say your sea creatures, then I'll say them if I have them.
okay, so first I have sirens.
Okay, that's
Okay.
like mermaids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
What's the
they're-
difference between siren and a mermaid? First of all,
I think it's the same thing.
Sirens are more like just torturous. They want to kill people.
Oh yeah, mermaids.
Mermaids are
They
just
were-
like
I know they were.
pretty little things that swim around.
I know the sirens were in the Ice Age movie, and they like turn to like whatever. They give you what you want. Like they.
I was like, sirens are more like hideous creatures that just want to kill people.
Those are pretty.
They turn into what you think is pretty,
Yeah.
Ah,
and that's
Gotcha.
that's how they lure you. I think. I'm not sure.
They
take
lure you
old
with,
biddies.
they lure you with like singing, and then that
Oh,
makes you
yeah.
like think, and then they take you under. And
Dude,
It's in
these
Sea of
sailors
Thieves.
were on crack. I don't know what they were smoking, but to hear an old some beautiful creature in the water start singing to you.
I don't believe in that one. Wait, can we do like a segment like after everyone? Do we believe in it or not?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
keep going.
This one, no. Siren,
We're not done with it. Let her.
that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Just
I'd
sirens.
say I believe. Well, that's one of them, yeah. But like sirens, I kind of believe because there is some videos that don't look edited at all, and I mean, unless someone's just in a costume that looks that realistic, or like there's
No.
one video on like on a ship and they have that big like net thing where they catch fish, and then they see like this webbed hand like freaking out. I think that's real.
I don't believe it. I just believe that I think these men have been on ships for about 6 months at a time. They see a manatee and they forget how to act.
Sleep deprived, sick.
Sure,
yeah.
that one.
Let's see.
What? Yes or
What's
no?
Terrified. I want to say yes because when it comes to water, there's so much we don't know about it that it's always a possibility.
I don't think so.
M-
So two for yes.
Sirens, yes. Sirens, yes. Mermaids, no.
I think sirens would be more realistic than mermaids. But next, I have Leviathan.
Those are cool.
Leviathan. What's that?
It's kind of like
Just
a
the name sounds cool.
it's like a sea serpent. It's like basically like a water dragon.
You want me
type
to do
thing.
my sea serpent after?
You can, yeah. Yeah,
Because
Le-
I played what's it called? Subnautica. In Subnautica, there's Leviathan's like a class, so like there's different types of Leviathans. So there's like the ghost Leviathan and all that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just giant monsters in the sea.
I couldn't play that game. That game freaked me out.
It is very freaky.
I know you like to watch Markiplier play it, huh?
Yeah. Leviathan, they're one of the 7 princes of hell. Leviathan's a prince of envy. And then NASA, they researched water in 1958, started to map the floor and everything. But then they abruptly stopped on June 28th, 1978. And they didn't say what. And as soon as they stopped, that's when they like immediately got to work trying to get off the planet, basically.
Yeah.
So I think what if something scared them that they found and they went to try and see if you can leave Earth, live on a different planet.
planet.
so no one dies and you can get away.
You did it. See what I mean? You did it. You did the thing.
What?
Wow.
Okay, I'll make that a clip so people can see me going, oh, wow.
No, you do it in every clip. I do believe in this one. I do.
I'd say I do believe in
Yeah,
Leviathan.
This one's yeah.
Just because you said the NASA thing, that's what got so.
Hey, that's kind of. I mean, why abruptly stop for no reason and then try and figure out as soon after, like, trying to get off the planet?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I think NASA saw something that they didn't want to see and it scared them and they changed course.
You think that was it?
I think Leviathan did it.
Do you think
The
somebody that knows somebody in NASA that is still alive that we can ask them, or like somebody can ask them, or
Well,
like
we can't ask them because I'm sure we don't have enough
They-
status. But yeah.
I mean, yeah. But there probably are some people alive. They'd probably be like my parents' age.
parents aren't that old. All right, I have a sea serpent, kind of like a leviathan. So my list is basically, mythical creatures that get mistaken for real creatures. So, a sea serpent is a monstrous fish snake hybrid that sailors told stories about. It gets mistaken for an oarfish, which an oarfish is actually a snake fish hybrid, but an oarfish is much smaller, but it's 30 feet, which is big for a fish. But these sailors told story of the sea serpent that was like much larger. But we don't know know a lot about the oarfish because it lives so deep underwater. But it doesn't feed on humans or fish. It eats crustaceans and krill. It was discovered in 1772.
Each krill, but it's 30 foot long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A whale.
Not buying it.
Whale. Whales don't eat meat, or do they? Wait, they eat krill. I know that.
Krill's meat. That counts.
They eat very small meat, but
Pause.
but whales are still big. So I mean,
Mm.
but yeah, the sea serpent is just one of those things that just got exaggerated from a different species, a different animal.
Okay, so am I supposed to say like I do believe in that? Because that does sound plausible.
Well, Leviathan, I do believe. Sea serpent, I don't
They
believe.
just saw Gyarados. That's all they saw.
Pretty much, it's a snake fish hybrid. That's just gross. I hate snakes.
I feel like it's a distant offspring of a Leviathan, pretty much.
Maybe. There's so many creatures in the water that I really just don't know. All right,
Yeah,
continue.
so when we go to the beach, I'm not getting in the water.
That's what.
Oh, you're like 30 foot in. They ain't gonna be right there.
Who knows?
Especially,
Just crawl up
especially
out of the
not in
depths.
Florida. This is like
Yeah,
the
Florida.
China Sea. This is what we're like.
Oh yeah, I don't go swim in Japan. I don't do that.
Get some squid stuck in your booty. Anyway,
Squid, okay. Cthulhu.
what is that?
You've
Tulu.
never heard of Cthulhu?
What is that?
This one I don't really believe in, but I like reading about it.
Isn't that
It's-
like the Kraken? He's like the
It's the-
Kraken.
It's the father of the Kraken.
Ah, I knew
The
this.
father of
the
the Kraken.
father.
So,
Kraken daddy.
so is it like these things reproduce, or these actually live for this amount of time? Like,
They're immortal.
so they just don't exist. Okay.
Yeah. So it's from a godlike race of the great old ones.
What?
Yeah, the great old ones is like some random group of like goddish type creatures, pretty much.
Where did you get this
Apparently,
information
Cthulhu comes from another planet or like a star, which
This sounds like Marvel. I'm not believing it.
from?
it's pretty much sleeping in the Pacific Ocean ever since that's where it landed.
Yeah.
If you look at it, you go crazy because it's completely incomprehensible. And then origins are a mystery because apparently he's older than the universe itself.
No. Okay. This is
No.
not, no.
What website was this that you got this from?
Wikipedia.
TikTok.
That makes so much. You just. I told you to do research.
Source, trust me, bro.
I tell you to do research. You just look up on TikTok.
Well, this one I don't really like believe, but I think it's kind of cool, the idea. But then when I read about the Kraken, that's more realistic. But what I have down here is not realistic, but knowing, because the Kraken's just a giant squid, and there
Mhm.
are squids that are big in size that could be from it.
Yeah, I have stuff about the Kraken, but I do
That's
not.
it.
I don't believe that one.
Yeah, I don't believe in the Cthulhu one, but
No. Okay, stamp now. Where's mine? The
Kraken.
Kraken.
I'd say I have something from the Kraken. I don't think you have.
Okay, I will say my first. Kraken. Lots of old sailor stories, like anything in the water. Huge octopus-like creature with a fondness for sinking ship and eating its crew. Legend says if the Kraken was unsuccessful in attacking with its strong arms, it would start swimming in circles and create a whirlpool until the ship sank. There are no real accounts of this happening. It's probably just a giant squid, which is an actual creature.
The colossal squid's bigger than a giant squid, so it's probably that.
This guy.
This guy.
So it's probably just a giant squid, which is smaller and less violent. In 1953, Denmark, the remains of a giant squid was found on shore, and we know it has the largest eyes of all living creatures. It grows up to 18 meters.
How big is the eyes?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but it has it has the largest eyes, and they live very deep underwater, so we have very limited information about it.
Wait, that's kind of interesting. I didn't realize that the colossal squid or the giant squid, whatever, has
Yeah.
the biggest eyes.
Yeah.
And you didn't record how big
It
the
didn't
eyes were.
say. All it said was it has the biggest eyes, but maybe it says grows up to 18 meters. Maybe that's the eyes.
No. There's no.
Imagine you're swimming and deep in the ocean and you look and all of a sudden you just see this giant eye looking at you, but
Yeah.
you can't see the rest of the squid.
That's creepy. I have such a big fear of the ocean. I used to be so scared to go. in and just-
Thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia?
Thalassophobia.
What is that?
The fear of the ocean.
Oh. Okay.
This guy.
This guy. All right, say your Kraken
Ugh.
stuff.
So there is one Kraken. I looked and the real name was Cathyla, or however you say it. It's basically the daughter of Cthulhu.
Oh, it's a girl?
Hmm.
Cathyla.
Kraken.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything right here sounds like a Pokemon.
I know. So it's the daughter of Cthulhu. It's basically just the giant squid,
Mhm.
not an octopus. The legend is she is critical to his plans. He has his plans of destroying
Dude,
everything.
His?
Cthulhu's plans, yeah.
Oh.
But then basically all she's used for is for whenever Cthulhu dies, she'll rebirth him.
What?
That's all women are used for. Birthing.
Rebirthing is not a thing. I hate to break it to him.
That'd be cool if how it worked. Just like stuff them back in there and then just pop them back out.
From what you said though, I didn't know they did the whirlpool thing. I thought that was a different.
Yeah.
That was from
creature.
Percy Jackson, I thought.
That's a
common. How
Charybdis. Charybdis.
are you looking at me like I know this stuff?
I have it down on my paper actually, but I don't know how to say the name.
Okay. Keep going.
Oh.
I like your stuff better than mine.
Dragons.
I don't have dragons.
That is so vague.
Okay.
Komodo dragons
let
are
me,
real.
Let me guess what you're gonna say. Just dinosaurs.
No.
Okay.
Because
that's what mine is.
well, I think they exist, but they don't look how we imagine them to look.
Yeah.
Explain.
So how in movies or something they're huge and big
Shrek.
wings and just
Well,
soaring around
in
everywhere.
In Mulan, there
Okay,
was
not
a small one.
well, there's the statue of the big one.
Yeah, well, whatever. There's different.
But
sizes
in
of
different other movies, live action movies, they're huge. Like in The Hobbit, the one in the castle was ginormous. I think they're actually smaller, especially because they found bones and it shows that they existed in the Jurassic period with the dinosaurs and everything.
So it's dinosaurs.
So I think they're smaller than we think. And then in India, there was a guy taking a video of the clouds, and all of a sudden you see an outline of something flying.
Oh, so you believe dragons fly?
That's
I
probably
believe they
fake.
fly, but I don't think they're giant.
Okay. Can I put my input on this?
Go ahead.
Dragons may be real, but they don't fly.
Yeah,
Birds
there's-
only fly because their bones are hollow.
and they don't breathe fire.
It was proven that dragons' bones are hollow.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Maybe.
Maybe we're onto something here.
Maybe. But
I-
Komodo dragons, they're real. They're cool.
They're real, yeah.
And whenever they bite you, Komodo dragons, they have a poison thing on the rim of their the teeth, and they'll bite you, and then about 2 weeks later you'll die. It's a slow, painful death. So
Wow.
maybe about breathing fire, probably burned like fire. If you got
Oh.
But
bit.
yeah, I don't
That
think they.
makes
I don't think they
sense.
breathe fire, but I think they would fly because their bones are hollow, just like some of the dinosaurs.
Oh my
But I don't
gosh.
think they're big.
If their
or
bones are hollow,
ginormous.
they gotta fly.
Yeah,
That just goes hand in hand.
and so I'll probably think they're maybe 6 feet long.
I'll say about the size of Mulan. About the Mulan one.
Yeah.
What's his name? You should know
Mushu.
this.
It's the guy from
Mushu.
Norbit. So my thing on dragons is that there's many descriptions of dragons in many cultures. Like in China, there's a small one, different areas of the world, because these are dinosaurs, and dinosaurs lived all over the world. Ancient China told tales of dragons the most. There's no evidence of dragons breathing fire. These are probably just dinosaurs. But you said the thing about the bones being hollow, so I'm not so sure.
So, do you believe they existed?
Yeah.
Do you believe they
yeah, I'm gonna
existed?
go with yeah.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Stamp. Okay. You keep going?
Oh, okay. So this one gives me the creeps. I don't like saying the actual name, but I will. I call them the Windy Boys, but they're Wendigos. Have you ever heard of Wendigo?
A Windago.
Mhm.
That sounds familiar.
Windy
I'd say they're in
boys.
some supernatural TV shows. But
That's where you get all your knowledge from.
well, no, this one I actually grew up hearing about, like myths and stuff from
Can I
family.
guess? Can I guess what it is?
Yeah.
Is this the thing that comes at you when you're not looking at it?
It can, but it also kind of shapeshifts in a way.
It's a skinwalker.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
So they range from the Appalachian Mountains up into Canada.
Mhm.
They were once human, born out of insatiable hunger, and then that hunger turned into cannibalism, which is why it's one of the most dangerous preys out there.
So it's a human sized?
Yeah, around our size, yeah.
But what is
They're probably a little taller because they change over time. It's they change form.
He evolved.
Yeah, they've evolved pretty much. But yeah, it's one of the most dangerous predators or preys. Has an insane amount of hunger and an insane amount of prey drive. So it likes to attack people, it likes to eat people.
I've never heard of that.
I'm gonna look up a picture of it.
Yeah.
You have internet.
So some people really are afraid of it. So if you see it, no, you don't. If you hear it, no, you don't. You don't run from it. You walk.
Wait, what?
Oh,
You don't run from it because it will chase after you.
don't let it be known that you see it or
Yeah.
hear it.
So if these are Alaskan stuff, Alaska, you said?
Appalachian Mountains up in Canada.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So
That's
yeah,
what-
I've heard of that. Kinda. like with skinwalkers,
Yeah.
yeah, like if you drive to like a really rural like piece of land and you hear a knock on your back window of like your vehicle, don't drive faster, don't look around.
Yeah, don't like acknowledge it.
Yeah, don't acknowledge it.
What?
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
heard that?
No.
So like it can know your name and it can talk, but it doesn't sound human because it's not anymore.
Yeah, that's what so it's like
It's like a skinwalker, yeah.
okay, but skinwalkers came from
Like
like
Canadian skinwalker.
yeah, because
Yeah.
skinwalkers came from like tribes, like Indian tribes from North America, like somewhere.
That's crazy.
So don't be in the woods after dark.
Oh, jank no.
Oh my gosh, y'all creep me out now.
That's why I don't like being out here at night when we say goodbye, because I hear stuff in like y'all's pasture and stuff, and I get creeped out because I'm scared something's about to run out as soon as you go in and I get in my car. So as soon as I get in my car, I always lock it just in case.
Okay.
Oh, dude, they look just like skinwalkers.
Is it?
It's like that.
Oh.
That. Oh my goodness, that is so creepy. Oh God, it's like
Like-
a man with antlers.
Yeah, like I really believe like those exist out there.
I'm gonna say yes because y'all obviously know a lot about
I'm
it.
gonna say yeah. I don't want it to. I don't want to say yeah, but I'm gonna say yeah.
Dude, that's so.
That's
Flesh-
why I don't like
Are there
being
any
out at night.
are there any accounts of people actually dying from these things?
I couldn't
Probably.
find anything.
Probably.
Like there's mysterious deaths, but they don't
Because-
actually say it's a
but
like
what it-
Windago
okay,
or Skywalk.
that-
Not Sky, Skinwalker.
But probably because anybody that's encountered it died.
I'd say there's like a lot of other things based off the Windago too. Like there's this one thing called the Rake. Terrifying. It's a little shorter, but it will run after you. And I saw a video of it, and it was this dude walking into the woods to like look at this little clubhouse him and his little brother made, and he thought there was a cow in the middle of the woods, and then it like got up, went out from behind the bush it was behind, and started just chasing after him.
Yeah. If something got on its hind legs and started running like a
Oh
human.
my gosh.
Oh my God, dude.
I think I would just freeze in fear. if
But
that
the
happened.
Rake, you mention it, it can pop out anywhere. It's
what's the rake?
And you say this
So
when we're
it's-
in the middle of nowhere
I
in a
know.
shed. So if we walk out,
But yeah, the Rake is just like like a skinwalker, but it's like it's a little weirder looking.
Okay, next topic.
I'm gonna do one of mine to like brighten the mood because mine aren't as scary.
Unicorns.
Unicorn, yeah, exactly, unicorns. So the Siberian unicorn is actually a real thing, and it influenced what we think of a unicorn today. So today we say unicorn, we think of horse with a horn, but a Siberian unicorn is basically just a rhinoceros, and it walked on four legs and it had a huge horn in the middle of its head. The rhino was bigger and stronger than the Siberian unicorn. The Siberian unicorn lived in Eurasia until it went extinct around 39,000 years ago, and it was a herbivore. So it was a smaller rhinoceros, basically, and people just transformed it into a
Pretty
horse. And now we have a unicorn all pretty and sunshine and rainbows. So
You know what I don't understand? A unicorn's not not that hard to believe. It's
No.
just a horse with a horn.
yeah,
Pegasus, that's hard to believe because it has wings, it flies, whatever.
that's part of a religion.
Oh, I don't know, but like a horse with a horn.
It's with Hercules. Or
It's still a
something.
mythical creature. But
Yeah, that's great.
unicorn is just completely fake. It's just exaggerated from a Siberian unicorn. But it's cool to think about a horse with a horn still.
Mhm.
All right.
It's like a
Still not
malfunction in a horse.
Kraken, dragons, Pouakai? I don't know. It's a giant bird with a fondness for snatching humans off the ground and carrying them away for consumption, popular in the Maori folklore.
Spell that.
Pouakai.
Mm. I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't. What I'm thinking of is like a pterodactyl. I don't know.
So they called it a Pouakai, which means old glutton.
It looks like a Pokemon.
Which means old glutton is actually the Hast eagle. So look up Hast eagle. I want to see what that looks like, and see the difference between
Wait.
them two.
Past eagle.
Haast Hast eagle. I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Oh, I see it.
it's the largest eagle to ever roam the earth.
Oh yeah, that looks real. That looks really real. So like this is the Hast eagle right here. That just looks real.
Yeah. Okay, so I think, like I said, this is all just an exaggeration, and people just make up stories about this
This is
stuff.
not going to snatch a human off the ground.
No,
though.
it might. No, it might.
Not.
So its wings
Maybe
were
a child.
its wings were over 3 meters long. The bird hunted the moa bird, which weighed between 130, but weighed between 100 and 250 kilograms. Humans weigh less, so this Hast eagle could have definitely picked up humans.
With hollow bones, it weighed that much.
No, I'm saying it hunted the moa bird, which weighed 100 and 250 kilograms.
That's crazy that a bird's hunting a bird. That's like, there's easier targets than that.
And then there's the roc, ROC, which is described as a Hast eagle on steroids. There are claims of the roc picking up full-grown elephants from the ground. Old sailors claim that it lived on an island just off the coast of Africa. The bird is actually the Pyornis aprinus, aka the elephant bird.
Just put it on the screen.
I'm gonna spell it for you. Apyornis, aka the elephant bird, which weighed half a ton and grew up to 10 feet. It lived in Madagascar, and it was flightless and went extinct in the 1500s because we hunted it. But I don't think this bird, the roc or whatever, could not pick up elephants. There's no way, because one, it couldn't fly. You know the internet?
What is? That's an emu, dude.
Well, it's a big emu.
No, it's just an emu.
If it's flightless, then it's pretty
It's
much an emu.
flightless. I'm not even joking. It looks like a football with legs. It's not hunting no crap.
Well, it's the biggest.
Yeah, I don't believe
There is
the
a size
rock.
chart.
Yeah.
That is big. That is like as big as an elephant.
Yeah, it's called the elephant bird.
But it can't snatch an elephant.
No,
It can't
because
fly.
it's flightless. Yeah. If it were able to fly, that thing could probably pick up an elephant.
It's.
Maybe. I don't know. If it were to fly, it'd have hollow bones.
I'll believe it because giant sloths were a thing. So why not a giant emu?
Oh yeah, we forgot about that giant sloth bird thing. Look a picture of that. I want to see that.
A giant sloth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say your thing. Say your next thing.
Oh, I have two more.
Okay.
The Charybdis.
Cherry
that's-
what?
I don't know how to say it. It's Charybdis.
Charybdis?
So it's basically what Peyton was talking about earlier in Percy Jackson.
Ugh.
Yeah, in Percy Jackson, there was the ancient sea monster that manifests a massive whirlpool.
Oh.
So like it's like when it opens its mouth, it makes the whirlpool and it brings
It's
in
like a giant
It's a
tapeworm.
giant
Yeah.
cooter.
Yeah.
Forbidden cooter.
So it's like it sucks in all the boats and sea life, like in Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I remember watching that scene. That was pretty cool.
Do I
So-
believe in it? No.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't believe in it.
it's
but-
cool thing to like believe in or like
I don't
to
believe
think that it's somewhere in the ocean, but it's probably not a real thing.
Maybe once before. But
No, because
Well,
I feel
no,
like
yeah.
it was just like sailors and they had like an awful storm and something was like
Maybe
a
like
they
whirlpool
thought it
clouds.
was something.
Maybe like
yeah.
the clouds formed in that,
yeah.
and it kind of like blended into the ocean. and-
Yeah. Maybe they couldn't they thought it was something.
Yeah.
They couldn't tell.
That is terrifying.
That's a giant sloth.
Yes.
Oh.
And look at the size chart for this. So like that's not hard to believe.
No.
Yeah,
I
giant
think-
sloths are.
Why are animals so much smaller now than they were back in the day?
Global warming.
Science.
Probably global
Do you
warming.
think we
honestly.
actually hunted all the big ones to extinction?
Probably.
You think-
You know how easy that would be to kill with 5 other humans, dude?
Yeah, it was flightless, so I mean, all you gotta do is poke it.
Yeah, it just hugged a tree, pretty much.
Okay, it's bipedal, so just take out one of his legs and then it's done.
True.
Yeah. Let's see. You want to do one, or do you want me to do my last one?
I have 2 more. I'm gonna do one more.
We
I'm
have
doing one and
3
then-
minutes left to hit 30 minutes.
No, we're already at 30. I'm gonna talk about the Yeti.
Well, you have to edit some of it out.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna talk about the Yeti. The Himalaya people of Nepal and China talked about the existence of a big, hairy, 6-foot creature they call the Yeti. Also, like Sasquatch and
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, stuff like that. Yeah, it became known in 1921 when British explorers claimed to have found it, the footprints while exploring. They were climbing Mount Everest.
This is for Uncle Michael.
So British explorers were climbing Mount Everest. They found the footprints. Oh, that's a Yeti. No, It's similar to a race of undiscovered and uncivilized humans. That's not true. The Yeti is actually a Himalayan brown and black bears. So it's just bears that are in the mountain. DNA tests have proven that most of the hair, skin, teeth, fur, and feces that belong to the Yeti is actually the bears.
Why bears? What'd you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are they not bears?
Well, they're bears.
Okay.
That's true. But yeah, Yeti is just big bears on a frozen mountain.
Nice.
And that's probably the same thing with Sasquatch and Bigfoot. Just
Wrong.
bears.
Bigfoot lives on the opposite side of the moon. Everybody knows this.
Okay, not bad.
You don't see it.
Bigfoot's an alien.
Yeah.
Do people actually believe that though?
I think so.
They sent Bigfoot to the moon.
No, I think Bigfoot sends himself to the moon.
Oh, he can travel between.
He jumps like the Hulk.
Okay.
Mm.
What's your last thing?
This one I've heard myths about growing up as well. It's the Nokken. So it's the Nordic, the Naken,
Yeah, I'll
Naki,
look it
and
up.
Noke.
Okay.
They were male water spirits who played enchanted songs on the violin, luring women and children.
So it's just
So
sirens,
sirens, but a
Yes,
male.
Sexy
Kind of,
men.
yeah. And then they drown in lakes or streams.
Magic Mike sirens. What's it called?
Mokes. Wait,
Nokken.
that's
Nokken?
not what I meant to say.
What'd you
I'm
say?
gonna bleep it out
You said the N word?
for Hawaiians.
What'd you say?
Mokes.
Oh, that's a bad word?
Like the N word for Hawaiians.
Oh.
But yeah, Nokken, Nokken.
Just imagine some Hawaiian person listening to this and getting offended.
Well, there's a Hawaiian in the room with us, Jase.
Yeah, kinda.
But, I mean, can you really get mad at that? Like, y'all weren't even, like, slaves or anything. Like, were y'all slaves?
We weren't slaves. There's still a white slur.
Yeah, but that's because of slavery.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well,
Crackers coming from cracking a whip.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. You thought it came after the food?
What was that?
We hit 30 minutes.
Oh, God. Scared me.
We never actually done that.
But yeah, I thought the white slur cracker came from food.
No, it came from cracking a whip.
God.
I thought it was because like maybe we're so bland or like a cracker like it's just so
Mm-mm.
bland.
Nope.
Nope. Crack the whip. That makes more sense. What about like Chinese slurs?
Don't. No,
And
whoa, whoa. No,
Mexican.
we're going after mythological creatures
Okay.
and not slurs.
So Gorilliai, something like that.
Gorillas?
Kind of. Basically, yeah. It's a basically just more vicious gorilla that is fake and it's really just a regular gorilla.
It's just a rabid gorilla.
It's a cocaine gorilla.
Cocaine bear.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
like I'm gonna go see that
God.
movie. But yeah, I'm not gonna say all that. People just they people between the 5th and 6th centuries of some BC year,
Tripping.
some explorer saw the gorilla tribe, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, these massive gorilla were like ran away from us, and they were huge, and they tried to attack us at first, but we scared them off." No, it's just a regular gorilla.
Nobody has Loch Ness Monster on there? Loch Ness?
No,
I saw stuff about it and I read stuff about it, but when it was like clips shown, it was like clips from like that old movie, The Water Horse.
yeah, there are a bunch of other ones. Look, Peyton, look at my thing that I have that like I wasn't gonna go over. The Loch Ness monster's on here. It symbolizes, and I was gonna go over like what they symbolize or whatever. It symbolizes the collective unconsciousness for some reason.
I
don't
hate
know.
thinking of the Loch Ness Monster.
There's,
I
there's
think
a
of
bunch
Twilight.
there's a bunch of other ones. Phoenix,
Really?
unicorn.
Yeah, because it's like you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster.
I think I've been 10.
Me too.
That dock scene?
Yeah. But there's a bunch of other mythical creatures that we didn't go over, like the Phoenix, unicorn we did, mermaid, dragon we did, griffin, kelpie, basisk, centaur, werewolf,
Wait,
sphinx,
what?
Centaur?
Basculus?
bascus. I don't know.
Like the thing from Harry Potter?
Sphinx,
What's a bascus?
gremlin, hydra, hippogriff, Loch Ness
It's
monster.
just like a serpent.
Let me talk. Harpy, Minotaur, Pegasus, Chimera, Jackalope. That one is on the Lunchables.
Jackalope is a thing.
Is it really?
No.
That's on the Lunchables.
Is it really?
Leprechaun.
Yeah, my friend was in the commercial.
Yeah, that was
Really?
a long
Mhm.
time ago. Banshees and Amaranths.
Yeah, he was like, hand it to the man. in the back seat of the
He
car.
was in a
Yeah.
car and he. That's so weird. I was in that one Lunchable commercial one time.
He
Is
hates
he-
when people call him lunchable. But
Has he been on anything else?
yeah, Think Like a Dog. It's a movie with like a famous actor.
Cool.
I'm
I think we're done for today. I'll see you guys next week. Okay. Come out, hang out, chill,
What are you
listen to our
doing?
voices, or you can watch us on YouTube if you want.
well, he's on there.
Really? No way. Why does he look like that?
But I mean, this came out a while
He's doing the
ago.
light skin stare.
But yeah, he was on with Megan Fox. He said she was mean, which I believe.
She does look mean.
No.
She's pretty, but she looks mean. Speaking of which, Megan Fox and MGK broke up.
Did they actually?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was true or not.
I think so. I don't know. Publicity stunt. Okay, bye guys. See you guys next week. Peace.
Bye bye.